All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Narine Dat Show. The whole idea of the Dr. Narine Dat Show is to create a safe space for positive energy only. So it's a little bit different than what we've done in the past with the Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. And one of the changes we've made as well, we really pay keen attention when it comes to our guests. So our guests, they are being screened, and basically we really make sure that we have the right people on the show. And tonight is one of those nights where we have selected a very interesting guest, and he's no other than Jonny Ramnarine, a talent out of Trinidad and Tobago. So Jonny, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm really good. How are you? And pleasant good night to each and everyone. My name is Jonny Ramnarine, out of here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a pleasure to be here in Dr. Narine Show.
All right. All right. All right. Yes. So things are good here. I'm glad things are good on your end. I know you've had a busy, few weeks because of the, lots of celebration happening, in Trinidad there, which is not a bad thing. And I'm sure you will take some time to share all of that with us. So what we are going to do, we're going to get right into it, and we will give you the opportunity to introduce yourself a little bit so that people get to know you, right? That's the whole idea of the, having you on here. But before we do any of that, I want you say a special, thank you to those who participated, on the CSM competition last night. And obviously, a competition is a competition and it can be tricky at times. But I want to say a special congratulations to Reshma Ramnarine. Reshma Ramlal, rather. Sorry, Reshma Ramlal. I'm thinking of you here. For really finally taking that crown. For those of you who know Reshma Ramlal will know that she has been in the business for a long, long time. And, she took breaks and stuff here and there, but she made a comeback. So congratulations to you. So Jonny, let's get right into it. And let's talk about you now, because that's what this show is all about. Take a minute or so. Introduce yourself to us. Let people know who you are, meaning that, where you were born, a little bit about, your area you live, maybe the school as well too. And then we are going to get right into the musical aspect of things. We are going to feature some of your music and so forth. But take it away, introduce yourself to the people who are watching, listening right now.
To everyone who's listening, my name is Jonny Ramnarine, but that's just my stage name. My real name, I don't really speak it out, but just for tonight for Dr. Narine, my real name is Jonathan Kyle. I'm born and grew in Macbean Village, Cuba. Music has been in my family for can't count. My uncle is a great did Bojam Holas, and it runs in my dad's side family. So music is something I grew up loving. And I went to school at Cuba West Secondary, graduated with everything, doing what I love. I didn't really study music because music was part of me. So it was a natural talent. So I just keep at it. At times it was really hard at secondary school, believe in myself, but with support of teachers, especially Miss Richards, who big up to her, who pushed myself in competition after competition. It was really, I really miss the young days competed in school, Missing school days is just randomly knock table in class and make ideas, And before music was, I always loved football. It was football and music. And I had it to choose. And I was like, I love football, I love music more. So I take a sacrifice and pat down the football for a little while.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction there. And so people are starting to kind of comment and whatnot. So I get it that Michael Montano won the competition. I was referring to the female piece of it,
Yeah.
right? So because it's important for us to, especially we have International Women's Day and all of these types of things happening. And so thank you for that clarification. Yeah. So I mean you are young, but you have done a lot of musical pieces. I've seen, several of your videos, and it looks like you have, pay keen attention where you have, put together like original music, original lyrics and things of that sort. Why have you decided to go that path?
So and everybody, so other people outside the say Chutney music is Bollywood music. I always love doing original music. Everything, music, the words. I just love original music because I can hear myself singing a Bollywood melody to a Chutney song. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's a good song. You get, but
Mm.
I just love some people say Bollywood melody is the easy way, but I love it the hard way because you learn more from it. You get more ideas. You really get to push yourself to know, what you could not do. There are plenty of things when I was doing plenty of my songs, I didn't even know I
Mm.
could sing,
Mhm.
and I developed myself more and more and more by doing original. I learn more. So as I say, I tell plenty of people, original really does be hard to do because it's from scratch. It's like making a cake from scratch, right? You had to put all the ingredients and everything, just like music. You had to build music, you had to build the tone, you had no skill,
Mhm.
with the Bollywood melody, everything done there. You just, catching the vibes and going with it. I always do
Yeah.
it when I was in small, and I'll keep doing it till the day I'm ready to go.
Awesome. So you definitely have the passion, which is a beautiful thing. So if you mention it in your introduction, I missed it. You will have to forgive me here. I believe you said you don't necessarily, I mean, you have the passion for it and you've kind of continue on. As I heard you when you were introducing yourself, you didn't come from that musical background or anything of that sort. Am I correct?
No, I did introduce myself. I said I'm from the musical background. My
Come from the music. Yeah, okay. Thank
uncle
you.
did Bodram Hulas. May he
Yes, sir. Yeah.
know. He knowing him was my uncle to really knowing that that side of the family is more chutney singers and being
Mhm.
inside it motivated me more to keep doing this today, so
Mhm. Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that clarification there. I missed that piece. I wasn't yeah, thank you. And so where do you see yourself? And I'm gonna obviously play some, some of your music so that people can kind of, get to hear you and whatnot. But where do you see yourself, because you're young, right? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now with this whole musical piece?
well next week I'll be 20 next week, so 5 years from now I'll be 25. I see myself in the next 5 years doing the same thing I'm doing today, performing, mashing up shows, probably never know, taking the CSM crown.
Mhm.
Traveling more and just doing what I love. Nothing, I won't change nothing. Just push out more music, finally enter this competition and put my name more up there, and just
Mhm.
do what I love. So the next 5 years, I'm expecting to be, I don't know, the CSM king, you know, I just saying. But I just want from 5 years now to the younger generation like me, Caitlin, and others to keep pushing this chutney alive. I want other people to keep seeing that young talent is keeping this going. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. Yes, the key point is to have a plan in place, right? And so I'm glad that you are a big picture thinker. You're already thinking ahead and you're eyeing, right? You keep an eye on that CSM thing, which is
I have
pretty cool.
said all to be on the stage. I guaranteed one day that everyone's
Mhm.
listening to Ramnarine will be on that stage. Probably next year or the year before. But as you say, before the 5 years, before I turn 25, I will be on that stage. Guarantee you.
Awesome. And that's the kind of attitude you have to have. And just a reminder, that none of us will be successful at our very first try, or we wouldn't always be successful at our very first try. So I'm warning you ahead of time when that time comes, and let's say it didn't turn out to be in your favor at the very first time, you have to keep moving and keep going. Right?
I like an example. When a baby,
Awesome.
he wasn't learn to walk the first time he was born. It took time, a
Mm-hmm.
year, no
Mm-hmm.
some past someday, but it took time.
Mm-hmm.
After some time. So everything takes time. It's like building a house. You put on the cement, it build up. So everything takes time. And I always believe in taking my time. I'm not rushing it. I've been in music since I finished school at 17 recording. I always wanted to enter CSM, but I tell myself everything takes time. I always believe in everything takes time. Every dog have his day, you know?
I like it. Every dog has his day. That's right. The reality is, we all are traveling at our own pace. And
Mm-hmm.
so in terms of, crossing the finishing line, we would always get there at the same time. So that's a key thing. And you're young, you're only 19 years old. You have your whole life ahead of you to get where you want to be. So you just have to stay focused, right? And do the thing that you're doing. Before I feature one of your songs, I have to say that you have been performing all over the place. Like I've seen you performing, and you've done a good job in terms of keeping, the followers um, updated and whatnot as to what's happening. And so by the looks of it, people like your style, people are giving you that opportunity. Like, am I correct? Because that's what I'm seeing.
People love the feedbacks I get from people after my shows is that when I perform at wedding, birthday parties, and so much of stuff, the feedback I get is say you have this energy to keep us dancing. Because when I sing and I dance, so and I just bring that vibes. And I
Mhm.
sing, some singers will sing slow songs at the start. I just start with tempo. I
Mhm.
start with tempo till the end. I give it them tempo. I don't slow down. I'm like a hype singer. I just keep it going. Keep that fire flaming straight up.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. So what we'll do, we'll feature a piece of yours here. So usually I don't, show the clip per se, but people get to hear you. They'll still get to see you while it's going on there, which is okay. Because there are names and copyright issue and all of that. But let's play this first one. It's entitled "Broke My Heart." So when we come back after this song, you will have to reflect on it a little bit as to
Uh,
what motivated you to put that together. All
I'm
right?
gonna, you're gonna play that one, and I'm gonna drink my water with that one.
Yeah. All right.
You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. Look, you come and meet me happy. Now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. Look, you come and meet me happy. Now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. Look, you come and meet me happy. Now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. What is Johnny doing in the KK studios? They don't know. Love is so blind, girl. Look how I could see. I ignored the warnings from my friends and family. You came into my life, you like an angel, pretty and nice. Now you show your colors, you's a devil in disguise. Look, you come and meet me happy. Now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. Since the day I meet you, I see in real trouble. You treat me so bad, girl, you're just like a rebel. Looking at you, my girl, you look so simple and cool. You take me for a donkey, you play me for a fool. Look, you come and meet me happy. Now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. You broke my heart in pieces, and everybody know. Now I sing in Chutney, I'm mashing up Chutney show. Let me tell the youths them, better be wise. Never ever rush to make any girl your wife. Okay, come and meet me happy. Now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. I know I should have listened, but I go take the blame. Look how you messed me up, girl. I feel like going insane. Thanks to my mother and thanks to my two friends. My friends and them tell me I go find a new girlfriend. My friends and them linking me with a new girlfriend. Look, Anthony Patson linking me with a new girlfriend.
All right. So there you have it. So what we'll do, I'll give you the opportunity to reflect on that as to, what motivated you to kind of, put together that lyrics and all of that. It's nicely done, by the way. And then we'll kind of say hello to a few people and whatnot, and then we'll take it from there. So go ahead and share with us as to what motivated you, or to kind of do that.
Dr. Narine, I have so much of songs, and you choose this one. I know, I'd be honest, I got so much of song. I never thought you would choose this one, but I'm glad
Yeah.
you chose one because is I love this song. Out of most of my songs, is one number song I love,
Mhm.
music and the words. I could say to everyone, this is a interview. This song is actually based probably on a true story. You know, they will say some singers will sing about the broke the heart. You know, some might sing it as a fairy tale, or some sing it in reality. This song was partly real, partly fake. You know how we writers see.
Mhm.
So when I say, look, you come and meet me happy, now you broke my heart. You didn't love me, you fooled me from the start. You know, that part I will say was true. You know, since, I have words I always use because I hear people always saying, I use this word, since the day I meet you, I see in real trouble. You treat me so bad, girl, you're just like a rebel. Looking at you, my girl, you look so simple and cool. You take me for a donkey, you play me, So rebel,
Mhm.
you give in trouble, I meet you cool and simple, but you end up to be a rebel, Um, this song was written by myself and Anthony Batson. Big up to him, He gave me some ideas for the song, and we really pitched the song, really going on. I I did this song not just because it was a true story, but I always wanted it that breakup song. I don't know, I just like to touch on different topics. If you listen to my music, you'll see
Mhm.
Jonny Ramnarine have so much on different topics. Like he
Mhm.
goes so much on stages in his life, and he's still young.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I did this song, Broke My Heart, he was like, who broke this young boy heart? Because this was really popping on the media. When I first posted the flyer before I posted the song, it was like, who broke Johnny's heart? Who? People trying to figure out if I was in a relationship or what. And
Mhm.
it already was, I told myself, should I cause a little bacchanal to push this song, or keep it low key? I said, let me keep it low key, to get no boss, no. But
Mhm.
Broken Heart was really a great song I did, and I always love it today because of the music and the words and how everything just falls smooth. And coming on to the end, I said, I should have listened, but I go take the, when you don't listen, you have to take the
Mhm.
break, you know? Look how you mash me up, girl. I feel like going insane. Thanks to my mother and thanks to my true friend. When you have
Mhm.
problems, you either run to your mom or you run to your friends.
Mhm.
And your friends go always tell you, that why I use this in the end. My friends and them tell me I'll go find a new girlfriend. My friends and them linking me with a new girlfriend. Like Anthony Batson. Everybody will know Anthony
Mhm.
Batson. He's a singer. He's like a guru to me, close.
Mhm.
So I use
Mhm.
that. Anthony Batson linking me with a new girlfriend. That is a joke.
Mhm.
And people's like, when Anthony Batson gonna link me with a girlfriend? When? Since I did the song, and I could probably say he did, but I can't say he did. But I just like this song. Like it have so much. I mean, even though it's a broke up song, I'm not feeling hurt. I will sing the song happily because I love everything with the song. I just like how the song composed. You know, some people tell me you sing the song for us. Like some people feel so many words in the song. You know, when I went through breakups, and some people you meet this person happy, and when they broke your heart, you're sad. You know, sometime in your life, either you're young, you're old, you had to go through these things. So I try to put a true story into this in my music. So that broke my heart. It's
Oh.
partly real, partly fake. So that's it.
Yeah, well, thank you for being creative and thank you for sharing that with us. So I'm aware that you have done several songs, but keep in mind, we still have a lot of time to go. So I will be featuring some other ones as well too. And it's exactly what you have said. They're very different topics and all of that, right? But we start off with this one because I'll tell you why I started with this one. When I was younger, by the way, in my teens, I wrote a book entitled The Teenage Years. And basically in that book, there was a lot of pieces in terms of breakups and all of those types of things because not uncommon when people are younger and so forth, go through these things, right? Things of that sort. So, but I do have the other ones as well too that I'm going to feature. And they're all nicely done by the right. They all tell a story. To tell a unique, different story. So before I do any of that, and before we continue our interview, let me pause for a second and acknowledge a few people who are watching. And for those of you who are listening to us on 102.7 CKMS FM, that is Radio Waterloo, do know that we appreciate you. We are not able to see you, but we really appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to kind of being with us here. Very much appreciated.
Problem.
I want to give a special hello to Leon watching and listening to us all the way from Guyana. Leanne is taking a little bit of a vacation there in Guyana, New Amsterdam. He's watching or listening to us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Suresh, and thank you for your feedback for this young man as well too. That is always a beautiful thing. John from Queens, we'll have to find a way to have you in the show here, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for taking a sneak peek. Susan, Tony, these are all Tony and so forth. We've had him a few years ago on the show, on our old show, the Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat Show. But obviously we are rebranding. So this is a brand new show. The Dr. Narine Dat Show is new, but our experience, right? So this is not new to us. We have the experience. So that's what the difference is, that's for sure. And I'm not able to see everybody depending, the screen I'm looking at and so forth, but do know we appreciate all of you. If you have any sort of encouraging words for our guests, I would encourage you to take the opportunity to kind of, encourage him, anything positive would be great. Because keep in mind, the whole idea of the Dr. Narine Dat Show is to really create and provide a safe space for positive energy only. If you're looking for something else, this is not a place for it. So Jonny, this might be a tricky question, but it's worth asking because at the end of the day, it's your song, it's your music, you are part of this whole creativity. My question to you is, do you have a favorite song that you have written or put together, like in terms of production and whatnot?
That's a question I've been asked so much time. Only up to
Yeah.
last, I was asked that question. I was talking to my girlfriend with that song.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was my favorite
Mm-hmm.
song?
Mm-hmm.
That I got so much, but I got a few. And at the end of the day, as a singer, you love all your songs, no matter what. But you have one favorite. And my favorite song, forever, I said it forever, nothing could beat this song, will forever be my first song, Wanna Be Free. That's my favorite song, Wanna Be Free.
That's your favorite, yeah. Oh, so I'm glad that you shared that with us. That's for sure. Because sometimes it's hard to pick a favorite, as you mentioned, right? Because
At the end of the day, I choose Wanna Be Free because not only because it's my first song I did, but
Mhm.
a song that really touched me, and I just love that song. Every time I perform that song, I just don't want to stop it, I just
Oh
want to keep
wow.
I just want to keep looping it over and over because that song, I just don't know, something special with that song. I love my others, I really love them. But this one have a really special place in my heart.
Yeah. And I have to tell you, and this is like feedback. This is what I'm seeing, by the way, because I've seen quite a few video of yours, not the professional videos in terms of the music, but in terms of you performing and so forth. I have to say that you have a good way to engage with the audience. I want you to know this, and that's a beautiful thing,
Thank
right?
you.
That's so important. When we are presenting something, anything along that line, when we're teaching, whatever, right? It is so important to engage with the audience. It's a skill, and not too many people have that skill, and so that's a beautiful thing. So you're doing good there. So make sure that you don't stray away from that. You want to continue to engage with the audience. That's important. That's awesome.
I'm an audience and don't have nobody dancing, that will keep
Mm,
hitting you. It's like food to you. Them dance, you get, more energy.
absolutely. And I mean, these things, as you and I know, they cost money to put together, and sometimes it can be hard to find sponsorship or supporters and all that. Without you getting into any sort of specific details, what would you say are some of the challenges in terms of putting together these beautiful production?
Well, I wouldn't say finance will be the main problem
Mhm,
because at the end of the day, when I'm doing a song, I may ask for sponsors. I do get people that reach out to me for help. I'm
mhm,
happy.
mhm,
But I always tell myself, once I'm gonna do a song, I work towards it. You know,
mhm,
once I get jobs and I put aside my money, saying when I have a song coming up, I plan it. I plan my song 5 or 3 months apart. I say I'm gonna save for the music video. I'm gonna save for the song. I reach
mhm,
out to people. One thing I always love is see my family, my mom, my dad, my sister. They always support me. Once they know I have a song, they'll support me no matter what. And
um,
not for my career, I'll be this honest. Starting off in my career, when I did my first song and second song, it was really hard to get sponsored because
yeah.
it was like, who is Jonny Ramnarine? You know?
Yeah.
Who is- what we
Yeah.
what he's doing, no? And coming along, as you say, my videos, interacting with crowds, and so much.
Mm.
I started getting reach out to people, bars, clubs, random people just saying, "Hey, small man, we just want to support you by giving you a little something," I was like, "Thank you so much." Because I just see my video on TikTok, social media, and that way most of the stuff come true.
Yeah. Thank you. And so the name, yeah, I know you go by the name Johnny as your stage name. So the name Ramnarine, I know you explained, you introduced during the introduction, you talk a little bit about your uncle and so forth. How about Raymond Ramnarine? So you don't have any relationship, like blood relationship with Raymond Ramnarine because that's the same last name.
That's a good. I know you got. That's one question in every interview. I always prep. So that when they had the name Ramnarine, people always say Raymond Ramnarine. That is
Yeah, yeah, of course.
what I done before. Some people like, "Oh, I like your dad." I was like, "You like
Ooh.
who's my dad?" And they say when they say Raymond, I was like, "That's not my dad." Sometimes I'm being honest with you. Sometimes I just say yes to just get away from that conversation. Because
Mhm.
I have to explain to drunk people. You understand? That he's not my dad. I just end up with his last name, and we just fall. You know, and so Raymond Ramnarine is not related to me. So he just Raymond Ramnarine is not really, if
Mhm.
being honest, I never dig up on it. I never went down in the pumpkin vine to say, well, Raymond Ramnarine related to me, One day I might actually meet Raymond. I meet him one time, but I'll actually meet him one day and have a conversation and be like, hey, Raymond, my last name is Ramnarine, your last name is Raymond. Have that conversation with him. I'll be like, are we actually related or not? That's a good question.
You never know.
Yeah.
There might be something there. And that's okay. That's okay. You are branding your own self, so it is irrelevant
One
if
more,
there's any relationship. Yeah, go ahead.
one more thing. Raymond Ramnarine, Jonny Ramnarine. When Ramnarine is, I had a choice when I was going and picking my stage name. I was like, should I Johnny R or Jonny Ramnarine? So I say, you know what? Raymond Ramnarine don't have his name out there. I'm not making, I say, let me try the Ramnarine, because that's my last name. I grew up with it.
Mhm.
And Raymond Ramnarine, I was like, it's just like, every time I go on stage and people hear Ramnarine, it's like, oh, people always expect some Raymond, I'm like, I was like, I remember I performed one time and I said, introducing stage, Jonny Ramnarine. And I heard somebody say, where's Raymond? And I was like, that was really hard.
No, you're branding yourself here, so that's okay. And it's all part of the
Yeah.
the experience and the branding as well. So branding is extremely important, eh? And so that's something to keep an eye on. And so it's not uncommon for organization and individual to rebrand themselves. Even myself, I've kind of stepped back a little bit and I'm rebranding myself in different ways because things change, the needs change and all of that in society in general. So the Johnny, I like the Johnny part of it, by the way. My wife's um her um her name was the last name was Ramnarine. But obviously she has my title now. Yeah.
Name I had since school. I grew up with that name. So when somebody called my real name Jonathan, I'll be like, oh, that's me. Yeah, because I'm so custom, going everywhere. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny.
Mhm.
It's so custom to it.
For sure. So Johnny, speaking of Johnny, I will feature this particular song entitled Never Hit a Woman. Um it's a beautiful song, it's nicely done, but I also like the fact that it is, a song that has a positive message and it's kind of needed. That message is needed now more than ever when you really think of it, eh? So, there's a lot of, domestic violence happening. And I know we see things here and there on social media, and we only find out after the fact when something goes wrong, all of these types of things. A lot of things happening, right? But we don't know what we don't know and so forth. And the fact that you have decided to really do a song as such where there's no, I mean, it's not what well, it's not what we are not. I don't want to say what we're accustomed to, but you get my point here, right? A lot of times we kind of get away from these kinds of messages because it might not be relatable to a lot of people, all of these types of things. But I have to say you've done well, you've done the right thing. So let's feature this, and you'll tell us more in terms of why you have decided to do this. Because you're a young man, you're a single man, by the way, and yet you've taken positive spin and you've taken a little bit of a risk as well too. So let's feature this and we'll get you to reflect on it. How about that?
There you go.
Awesome. Oh,
Never hit a woman, never in this life. Love and protect them and cherish your wife. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Love and protect them and cherish your wife. What is Johnny doing in the KK studios? I know. Your mother face real hard times and plenty, plenty pain. To bring in this whole boy, no please don't make you shame. Your mother face real hard times and plenty, plenty pain. To bring in this whole boy, no please don't make you shame. If you raise your hand, boy, don't for you have a daughter. You never want a next man to hit and abuse her. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Love and protect them and cherish your wife. What you do like yourself, boy, don't do the others. You never want a next man to hit your sisters. What you do like yourself, boy, don't do the others. You never want a next man to hit your sisters. We should stand together and treat all women right. Always seek their blessings and all will be right. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Love and protect them and cherish your wife. One day you might have a daughter and you might lose your mind when she come home and tell she husband cross the line. One day you might have a daughter and you might lose your mind when she come home and tell she husband cross the line. Let us break this habit and create a new trend. Protect all women and look after them. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Never hit a woman, never in this life. Love and protect them and cherish your wife. Love and protect them and cherish your wife.
all right. So I paused that there. And so one of the reasons, by the way, Johnny, we are not showcasing the video piece and so forth. They are, names in the videos and all of those types of things. So we want to be mindful with the copyright pieces, all of those types of things. That's all. And we do not want to promote unnecessary things. The focus is on you, right? But anyways, so even though this might not be, because we live in a different kind of world, and so everything is about, I try to be as positive here as possible because this is a positive space, by the way, that's the whole purpose of the show. But I have to say that sometimes these kinds of songs might not resonate with certain people, but I have to tell you, these are the kinds of things we need more out there. Trust me on this one. So if I can give you any advice today, you want to make sure that you continue along that line. Don't get trapped into all the other kinds of, songs that we've heard in the past. Yes, it might turn out to be a big thing, but that's a problem, right? But go ahead. Tell me what motivated you to put together, or think of doing a song that's so much needed in terms of the message. I understand it. Trust me in this one. I do, do those kinds of work. I do those kinds of work. You wouldn't see me put it on social media because my professional life, I kind of keep, I keep that separate. But yes, tell us what motivated you because it's good for you to do that.
Well, Never Hit a Woman is a song I always had trapped in this big brain of mine for a not really long, but the course of last year. Because going through social media, as you say, oh, not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but globally, we have so much of women being raped, killed, beat up, abused for no reason. And I grew up with three sisters. I have three big sisters. And I really wouldn't like an ex-man hit my sister. And seeing so much of women going through so much thing, and since I'm not bashing no other singers, but this music industry, music have a big part to play in everyone's life. Music is the key to life. When people sad, when people happy, they run to music. And I say, I was be honest, this song Never Hit a Woman would have never happened. Because when I was doing the song, I had a mindset saying, what people's gonna think about me doing this? Because as you said, chutney is chutney, yeah? Rum, girl, this and that. You know? Food and chutney.
Yeah.
So putting this message into the song was I had so much on mind, sleepless nights, because I took long doing this song too. The song was take months after month because I had two minds of the song really to do it. Never hit a woman. I start off, never hit a woman, never in this life. Love and protect them and cherish you, Because some men married after some years, and then after they fuck the wife, they start abuse and kill, Not only, as I say, wife, but some girlfriends, And I just fit in that day so it could rhyme. And course of the songs, I said, one day you might have a daughter and you might lose your mind. When she come home until she husband cross the line. That's it. You hit your wife. One day you will have a daughter. And you don't want your daughter man in the future to come and hit her. And she come home with a blue black eye. You understand? Because again, you can't go and beat up that guy. I mean, yes, you will. But then you have to remember, you used to abuse your wife. What you do, as I said in the second verse of the song, what you do like for yourself, boy, don't do to others. You never want our next man to hit your sisters. I put sisters there. I said again, because fellows have sisters. As I said, I have three beautiful sisters. And I wouldn't want, well, they're married now. I wouldn't want my brother-in-laws and them to hit her, you understand? And if my favorite part of the song, I want everybody to listen to the song, and all you guys will agree with me, even you too, Dr. Narine. Your mother faced real hard times and plenty pain to bring you in this world, boy. Please don't make you shame, Your mom faced 9 months to bring you in this world. She worked hard, so much at jobs. Moms is the best things we have in this world, Because they do so much of things we don't know. They're like our superheroes. Because your mom faced so much at times, so much sacrifice to put you in school, bring you in this world, and you turn out to abuse woman. You're embarrassing her because she's a woman, you understand? Because it's a woman that bring you in this world. And when I did this song, I get so much after, I'll be honest, the day I dropped this song, the morning I wake up with so much messages. You won't believe women who went through verbal abuse, physical abuse, violence abuse against them reach out to me. They call my phone. I miss so much. I miss calls saying thank you. I saying thank you for what? I was so confused. But I say thank you for putting this message out there. And you know what's the best thing to top this? This is like the strawberry in top the cake. I will say that the strawberry top the cake.
Yeah.
I'm young. I am only 9 years old. Did that? It has so much a big artist out here could have done this song, but I did it. I mean, it has other singers in the past did, women have done it, But I tried to go different from them and put the more meaningful things that people face, As I say, I like to go reality in my song, And Never Hit a Woman it shocked me. I'm going to be honest. When I went to record the song the first time, I went back in the studio and recorded over again. Because I was nervous. I was like, no, this vocals can't work. I go over again. And I did it. I got to my producer, Kevin Khan, KK, gave me the chance to do it over because he mixed and mastered everything and ready to post. And I said, Kevin, give me a chance. Let me come back and do this, please, And he was like, no, because every song have its flavor in it. And I think you really probably heard in the song it had a breakdown, like Tarzan drum.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up loving breakdown. And long time Chutney music can have breakdowns. That is the time for the people to dance. So the meaning of that breakdown was for all the women who were singing this to come in a party and start to dance. That breakdown is for women to enjoy themselves, be free. Don't worry about they getting abused, don't worry about this. That breakdown is for you to enjoy yourself, like yourself. You dance your problems, your stress away. And that was the purpose of that breakdown. Never hit a woman. It's a song that forever be here in my heart. I'll say Wanna Be Free is my favorite song, but Never Hope to Hit a Woman is a song I would never regret doing it. I'm happy I did it, and I'll forever grow up to let my kids or grandkids know this is a song,
Awesome. Good for
Example.
you. Good for you. First of all, thank you for sharing that. I have to really give you lots of kudos, and I really have to commend you for doing this. Because one thing I can tell you for sure, there's a huge need for those types of messages. And the fact that you did not try to be a follower and follow what other people are doing and do the same kind of thing, and the fact that you've kind of, as we talk about branding and all of those kinds of things, what you have done there, you have basically closed a gap, right? Because it is much needed, and you've done that. You've done it well. That I can tell you. So kudos to you,
It's,
and amazing because you're young, as you mentioned. You could have just followed people and just doing what other people are doing because maybe there's a hit song with different kind of thing, but you didn't do that. So good for you. Because keep in mind, there's some there, and that's how people like myself look at things, right? We analyze things well and all that. You know, quality will always overweigh quantity. I want you to know that. So don't be fooled and confused with like and share for maybe a hit song, but when you listen to the lyrics, it doesn't really have any sort of meaning that can, be impactful to folks, especially younger folks. So kudos to you. I'm going to pause you for a second so you can draw your breath. I want to acknowledge a few people who are watching right now. I want to give a special hello to Gitanjali, who actually received an award from us for an original song she has written. She didn't need to enter any sort of competition or anything of that sort because we do our own research. That's our skill set. So I want to acknowledge that while she's on here, and I'm happy to know that you have some project you're working on as well too, Gitanjali. That's awesome. I want to give a special hello to Umesh Singh, very talented individual here in Canada. That's our boy. He's also a goldsmith. He does really, really well. He actually really good in what he does in that sense. He really has some, high tech technology pieces and whatnot. He kind of, study, and so forth to really bring folks some new pieces and all of that, which is great. Yeah, so thanks, Umesh, for taking a sneak peek. We appreciate you. I will have to stop by at your place sometime because I work in the GTA area, believe it or not. So, yeah, so we'll have to check you out. Laverne, thank you for taking a sneak peek. We have had Laverne a few weeks ago on this show. Laverne, while we are at it, Laverne is an Emmy Award winner, reporter, a journalist. So thank you for taking a sneak peek. We appreciate you. Um, and Gail, I want to say a special hello to Gail. Gail and I, we worked together back in the days. We had a blast and so forth, but I move on to fulfill my own personal dreams and desires. So I'm doing different things now. But thanks, Gail, for taking a sneak peek. It's nice to see, folks that we know. Harry, obviously, we have had Harry. Kumar, Narine, we've had him on our old show. Thank you so much for taking a sneak peek. And folks, for those of you who are watching, we are using this as a safe space for positive energy only. If there's anything you recognize, in our guest here, don't be afraid to put it for him. Don't worry about me. I'm very confident in what I do, and I'm exactly where I need to be in life. But our young guests, if there's anything, you see and you want to motivate them so that they can, continue to be champion in society, that's going to be great. Um, Yes, but anyways, and for those of you who I cannot see, for those of you who are watching, or listening rather on 102.7 CKMS FM, we appreciate you. We started our radio journey 2 decades ago on 102.7 CKMS FM, and that's one of the reasons we continue to build that relationship because that's how and where our journey started. So, Johnny, I wanted to spend a few more minutes on this because the lyrics is important. That is like a good foundation. Everything else, people can create beats, as you know. Um, people can make things look flowery, right? People pay these days, people can pay for views and all that. These things does happen. All of that. But when it comes to the lyrics, trust me on this one, it takes a lot of thinking. And because this is public stuff, right? You want to
Yep.
make sure that it has some sort of good meaning and it can be and you want it to be impactful,
Yep.
right? And you've done that. And so you should be proud of yourself. That I can tell you, because I get to see like a lot of different things that people wouldn't see. I see these things every day. Because I work in that kind of field in a profession, professionally. So I see all of that. And so you now are sending, especially if you're young, right? Not that older people are not young at heart too, So no discrimination here. But the fact that you're young, right? A lot of folks will be able to relate to that, and so forth. So you are sending a positive message, and that's a beautiful thing. I try my best to say it more than one time for a purpose. I want you to know that I'm extremely proud of you for taking that stand. Amazing. But anyways, anything else you want to add to that particular song? Because it's a beautiful thing. I have three girls, three daughters, by the way, too, So I'm speaking of three sisters, I have three daughters, and seeing of stats, seeing of what's happening, and these are things people see on social media. But these things always happen. It's just that because we have social media now, people start to see these things, right? So good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to
Anything else? Yeah, you go ahead. Yes, you go ahead.
say thank you for recognizing this song. Even though I'm a young artist, this song has been recognized by plenty of people, but still by not plenty of people because I'm a young artist and getting the push as a young artist is really hard, because again, people is so custom. It's like you're custom always eating curry, chicken, and it's hard to just adjust to eating stew, When you're eating curry all the time, so, it had to stew. Or eating rice with stew, no roti, sometimes you're so custom with this, It's like always riding a bike since small and now it's time to drive a car. It's so different. So when I did this it really make a difference. Everyone's like, Johnny did something different, I have this catchphrase where I always say in my song, what is Johnny doing? People's like, what is Johnny really doing? This song really just came out and no people's like, to be honest, I never promote this song any kind of way. I just, boom, it came out of nowhere. I shared the flyer like 5 hours before and I drop it. And people's like, but the only problem I have with the song is getting recognized, as music is something is like a fight down, You have to be in the circle to be there. But as you say, you could always be a leader. You don't need to be a follower all the time, It's good to be a follower, but sometimes it's good to be a leader at any age. Young, old, so the young ones who listening to, I'm only 19 years of age. And singing this message, I am not married. Yes, I have a girlfriend. I never abused no one. I never, I just did this because you see what goes on, And always be yourself. Don't be afraid. Because I was afraid to do the song. I'm not ashamed to say it. I was afraid. But the feedbacks I get was really motivated me to keep doing this.
Afraid of what?
Well, good question. I was really afraid that the feedbacks I get like, oh, what, people, well, Trinidadians love to criticize every little thing. They say, why young boy like you doing songs like this? But I was shocked. I never got no negative feedback with the song. Everything was just positive, just like this interview, positive vibes,
Well, that's what this is all about, It's a positive space, a safe space for positive energy only. Nothing more than that. We got lots of negativity going on elsewhere. So we are trying to stay focused, but go ahead.
I just had that thought in my head saying, oh, I'm afraid because every song I drop in, I always have that to say something negative, But it was always in my brain. Okay, I was like, okay, let's do this. and the song make newspaper headlines, you know. Some woman from the woman abuse saying Trinidad to tell me I should supposed to get an award or recognition of this, you know. And I was like, I don't need an award or a champion trophy to tell me I make a difference, you know. That's just material thing. Once my message in the song is out and people is hearing it, I'm a winner, you know. And this song is growing every day. This song had crossed 100K views on Facebook, over close 50K on YouTube. Is, you know, if I add up this views, it's probably 500,000 already. And I'm happy to see the song is doing good, you know. Really, really
Yeah.
happy. And I'm happy that you bring up this song. Really do.
And so one thing I will advise you to do is to continue with your passion in terms of what you're doing right now with your music. Just stay focused and do that. When it comes to the awards and the recognition, so forth, trust me on this one. It's going to be the icing on the cake, and all of that will happen, but it's a matter of time.
Yep.
So don't focus on that part of it. It's going to happen, and it's going to come from the right people, right? And so you just continue, you know, along that line with positive messages, stuff that resonate with you. You want to make sure that you continue to be you, continue to brand yourself accordingly, and not slip through the cracks, if you know what I mean, right? Because things can easily slip through the cracks, and you know, and you can kind of go the other way in terms of doing the same thing that we've been hearing over and over, but you now are coming up with something different, which is important, and that's what's going to set you apart. That's for sure.
I'm trying
Especially, yeah.
I'm trying to break barriers, you know.
Mhm.
Them big walls, I'm trying to jump over it. Them barricade, I'm kicking it down, you know, I'm making a difference. I'm trying, you know. Nothing is wrong with trying, you know.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. So speaking of that, I will feature another one here so that people can get to know of your versatility, because it also goes to show that as you grow, you mature, you know, and you're still growing. You know, you're only 19, but it goes to show that you know, your versatility is already there because you know, you've kind of sing on different topics and things of that sort. So this one, you will have to tell the people the title of this song. But let's give it a listen.
Oh, okay.
What is Johnny doing? Wine for me, lover, get wine up all around. You really got to prove you the hottest girl in town. The hottest girl in town. The hottest girl in town. You really have to prove you the hottest girl in town. Wine for me, lover, get wine up all around. You really got to prove you the hottest girl in town. I pass through the east, I pass through the west. I really want to see girls who are the best. I pass through the east, I pass through the west. I see plenty whining, but you are the best. Wine for me, lover, get wine up all around. You really got to prove you the hottest girl in town. The hottest girl in town. The hottest girl in town. You really have to prove you the hottest girl in town. Wine for me, lover, get wine up all around. You really got to prove you the hottest girl in town. Hold on your gunnery, your pretty, pretty dress. Girl, wine up to me, girl, you know you are the best. Hold on your gunnery, your long, long dress. Girl, shake it for me, girl, you know you are the best. Wine for me, lover, girl, wine up all around. You really got to prove you the hottest girl in town. The hottest girl in town. The hottest girl in town. You really have to prove you the hottest girl in town. Wine for me, lover, girl, wine up all around. You really got to prove you the hottest girl in town. Now the Chutney playing, I put you to the test. Girl, wine up for me, girl, and show me you the best.
All right, Johnny. You have it all, buddy. Yeah. So tell us about that. What influenced you? Because you mentioned earlier, as you were responding to questions that I asked you, you have this tendency to do high tempo type of music. You start off and you continue on. It's who you are, kind of thing. So tell us about that.
Again, the title of the song is The Hottest Gal in Tongue.
Hmm.
Trinidad Tobago, tongue is refers to Port of Spain or Princess Tongue. To be honest, I don't know where I'm looking at in the song. It's either Princess Tongue or Port of Spain, but everybody know Port of Spain. The hottest gal in tongue just came to me. This song have no kind of meaning to it. It just had a crazy idea. I had like, hottest gal in tongue, for carnival right now. As Dr. Narine, you need to come sometime for carnival in Trinidad. I need to invite you to carnival down here. And you will understand what I mean by the hottest gal in tongue. You know what I mean? Because the hottest gal in tongue is it is referring to say the pretty girls in Trinidad, that they're enjoying themselves. But this certain girl I saw, I want you to prove she's this dancer, this nice thing. But I want you to know if she's the hottest girl. So she had to prove to me, I had to say, wine for me, lover, girl, wine up all around. You really got to prove you're the hottest girl in town. She had to prove. As I said, I passed you the east, I passed you the west. I really want to see who are the best. I passed you so much part of this country to see who is the hottest. And I found one in tongue,
Hmm.
And this song is just, as you said, I say crazy songs in tongue, I say, you're whining so sweet, girl, it's like a penny cool. If you ever try a penny cool, some penny cool is sweet, you know, you know. You roll it to the left, girl, and roll it to the right. Girl, wine after me, girl, we ain't gonna have no fight. Sometimes when they go and take a wine, some women choose to push you away, no fighting. I said, I'm crowning you the best, you better than the rest. Girl, wine up to me, girl, you pass all the tests. I don't know what tests. People ask me what test you had to go through to prove you're the hottest girl in town. But there's not really a test. Once you dance, you dance. And this song, I like it too because it's up tempo. Quick. Wine for me, lover, yeah, wine up all around. You really got to prove you're the hottest. And early today, I was really talking about this song. I wanted to do a remix to this song, like I want to do a remix to the song. I said it first in this interview. I'm going to do a remix to the song. Coming next year. Around the same time, you will hear a remix of Hottest Girl in Town. Because this song is more than it meant to be. It's more than a chutney. It's more than a soca. This song got the fires. And when I did the song, it really shocked me. It really pushes up. People start to whine and that gives the vibes on me. Because as I say, I bring the crowd to whine and dance and hype. So when I drop this song, people just break away. When I say, wine for me, lover, get wine up all around, they start to. So,
Awesome. Good stuff. That is awesome. I was just scanning through some of the comments from people and whatnot. So have you ever sent your music to John from Queens to upload to his YouTube channel? Something to consider.
I'll be honest, I've heard about him. He's a cool guy. I heard feedbacks with him. He sponsors a lot of singers. He help out. I don't have his contact or stuff to say thing, but after this interview, I will do my research on John from Queens. I heard about him. I saw him in music videos. He's a cool guy. I heard so much good things about him, but I just had to get in contact. I don't mind. Anyone can share my song. I really appreciate it, because as an artist, you want anyone to share a song,
Yeah.
And so for John from Queens, if possible, you can message me on social media. Jonny Ramnarine on Facebook, Jonny Ramnarine on TikTok, Jonny Ramnarine on Instagram, reach out to me and I don't mind sending you my song and, we work in the future. I got no problem with that, full respect all the way. Just reach out to me. I don't block no one. Once you reach out to me, I give you the good vibes,
Yeah, so John is a good person to connect with. He has been doing a lot of great work for several years for a lot of people. And so Yeah, so thank you for being open regarding that. So that way we can have your stuff, on more platforms as well too. So that's awesome. That's good news, by the way. Excellent.
Thanks you.
Good stuff. Yeah. So I will feature another one later on, kind of thing. But one thing I admire about you, I have to say, is how you remember those words, the lyrics, because when you were responding, right, you were just not only reflecting, but you were giving us some life piece in the songs, which is pretty cool. And that's one of the things. It's a good skill to have as well too, and it takes some practice as well too. Obviously, I know it's easy now because we have technology and we can look on a screen and all of those types of things. Even when sometimes when people give speech or if they're giving a presentation, they look at screen, which is not a bad thing. But one of the things I learned from speaking of John, not John from Queens, there's another individual from John. He's no longer here. He passed away, but he was the one who responsible for the Sugar Cake Girl, the branding of the Sugar Cake Girls
Sure.
and the LCD band. And I have to tell you, one of the things that I learned from him because it was me who brought the Sugar Cake Girls, and we had a really good show here in Canada. This is way back in 2006 here. But he mentioned something very, very interesting. He said that it is important to keep practicing to make sure that you are singing and you don't have to look, right? Because you will be able to engage with the audience a whole lot more. And those girls, when they came to Canada to perform, I have to tell you, like they were spending a lot of times, just to practice and practice, get ready for the show. So the fact that I'm able to see that in you, that's a good skill. And by no shape or form I'm saying I'm condemning anybody here because this is not what the show is all about because it's people do things based on what works for them. But what I'm trying to say to you, have a good skill that needs to be acknowledged. That's
Yes.
all I'm trying to say.
In government speech, you have a screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, at the end of the day, this is my song. I still
Hmm.
know my song. If I'm singing somebody else's song, I still do sing. I have something with memories. I remember stuff really good. I don't know. I just remember. But main thing to artists out here, I'm a young artist and I learned this from the older artists. Remember your own song because you never know when someone can ask you a question. You know? So you always have to remember one of the song. Like, oh, you play a few of my songs already. I had to know I am to be the click. You know? Always keep remember, even if as time goes by, you will happen these songs and you will get confused. You'll forget some of your songs, but sometimes it's good to I just take a day to be honest and just reflect on my songs. Because there's some videos I never watched, like the video you did with Hottest Girl just now. I can't remember when last I sit down and watch that music video. I can't remember last I sit down and watch Broke My Heart video.
No,
But I remember it, but it's just so much of time to sit down and
for sure.
yeah.
So how much time do you actually spend in terms of balancing your personal life in relation to the whole musical piece, meaning that do you set aside a certain amount of time where you will practice or or sit down and just kind of write, or do you do them kind of randomly whenever you have the time?
When it comes to doing music and writing music, I don't believe in sitting down and doing it. I believe once I get the vibes, I do it. Like most of my songs was written in a vehicle. Once I go into a show, I
Mm-hmm.
vibes. I go into an event. I remember I did Broke My Heart, Hottest Girl, and some part of them song was written in a vehicle because I'm on the road to an event. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
eyes in me right to perform, so that energy just keep coming. So
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes I just be honest, I try to sit down and write, but it don't really work out for me. I get ideas, but it don't work out for me. Some people do, but in my opinion, it comes to me. Sometimes it comes to me 3 o'clock in the morning when I sleep and I wake up, I'm like, oh, I got an idea, you know? Save it on my voice notes, save it on WhatsApp. And everybody have. And when it comes to time with music is something you have to sacrifice. There's days you'll miss birthdays, you'll miss weddings, you will miss some stuff, right? When it comes to
Mm-hmm.
that was really hard for me when I now start to get shows. Something I miss my mom, I miss birthday parties, and
Mm-hmm.
trying to meet up. And but at the end of the day, it's a sacrifice. And as the people who will see it, you're doing what you love. And when it comes to rehearsal, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I used to sit down days and hours sit down singing. Now I get so accustomed singing. I just take 1 day a week and actually just warm my voice up. Like
Mhm.
just keep myself active. Like, even though I'm regular, like before this interview and stuff, I was out. I sing. I listen to
Mhm.
so practicing singing is I don't really do it much often again, but I just randomly singing. I'll be talking to my friends and I sing and be like, wine for me, lover, again, wine up all around, randomly, just randomly singing. So it just comes to you. It's a vibes. I always believe in the vibes. Once it comes to me, you know.
Yeah, thank you for that. So you have changed not only with your musical lyrics and whatnot, but even physically, meaning that you used to have like this mohawk that really
All right.
for me, you really stood out. You are good exactly the way you are, but I'm trying to to understand, the choices you make, and because obviously people experience different things at different times. That mohawk really looked good in you, and it really give you a little bit of a start on branding because you stood out with that mohawk. You don't have to get into personal details, but is there a reason why you chop it off?
That's a question I've never been asked. So this time, even the radio in Trinidad asked this question. They does ask it, but after the interview. But I'm happy you asked it. I had long hair coming in from school time, COVID time when it came,
Mhm.
and go buy a barber. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grow up my hair during COVID time and I go back to school. I'm still a young boy, so what? I want to grow up my hair. I grew it out, I plaited. And when I did my first few songs, I had long hair. And coming down to the later ends, their hair started to give me problems, as in maintenance wise. I had to, when you don't sing, you're tired and you don't have time to comb it, like your hand, like, not. I was like, I couldn't
Mhm.
do that anymore. So I always love a mohawk. Like if you watch my older pictures, like when I
Yeah.
was like 13, 14, I had a mohawk. And this mohawk is coming into a year now, or 2 years just I cut off my long hair. And see how you are my mohawk. Everywhere I go, people love my mohawk. It's,
Hmm.
it's part of me. People say I'm the young Ravi B or the young Ki, but it's just something I always love mohawk. I always try to change this mohawk hairstyle,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I never do it. Like the mohawk is low right now because I
Yeah.
trimmed it a little bit, but it will grow back out.
Hmm.
I go low a little low, but I love my mohawk and the mohawk will forever. No, I'm not gonna change it this year or next year. Probably in the future.
Hmm.
I'm not like you. You never know. Or something, but as you said, the mohawk is my people see when they see a mohawk, they say, star boy. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So you kind of have it, but not the way you used to have it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to adjust to the hairstyle now. Like I
Yeah.
had long mohawk, I had short
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
mohawk actually. If you could see the back, it's kind of short now. It's a short.
Okay. I kind of there, but it's more like a mini version of it, kind of thing, right? In
I
that sense, yeah.
I tried it and I
Hmm.
had on a bowl. I was like, oh my goodness, why I did this? I
Hmm.
regret it.
Hmm.
But it's okay. People say it's cool, but I'm going back to my normal mohawk
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
But I love it. The main piece is the hat. The back it doesn't matter. But I
Yeah.
just I'm going
Yeah.
to more because
Yeah, the mohawk is a good signature for you. It's like for me when I see all the pictures and videos of you with the mohawk, for me it reminds me of like a Johnny signature. And
yeah,
so if I were you, I would, and if you're asking for any sort of advice, I would encourage you to kind of somehow keep
keep the
keep that and until you figure it out as you get a bit older. But for now, I think your age and everything, the mohawk fits perfectly.
I remember yeah, singers was like Johnny. I was like, hi, just like you cut off your hair. I was like, yeah. Like people was really shocked because I didn't plan it. I just wake up one morning, I went by the barber shop, I say, hey bro, time to change the hairstyle. He's like, what? Yeah. He said, sure. We sit down and had a 5 minutes discussion. He said, sure? I said, yes, I'm ready. He said, sure. I was like, yeah, I'm sure. And he came in.
Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah. So at least you are aware of all of that, which is great. So what we'll do, we'll feature another song of yours so that people can get to enjoy and whatnot. And then we'll try to get to know a little bit more of Jonny, apart from what he does when it comes to the musical piece. How about that? All right.
Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Let me check the pundit, I could be a doula. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Forget all this small talk, let me be a doula. I could be a doula. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Forget all this small talk, let me be a doula. The way how you're sweet up, you're looking sweet first bite. If you was an apple, I would surely take a bite. Blackbird, blackbird, sitting on a tree. Let us come together and make a picnic. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Let me check the pundit, I could be a doula. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Forget all this small talk, let me be a doula. Fish die for water and flower die for dew. Fish die for water and flower die for dew. My one and only love, girl, my heart belongs to you. Your face like a moon, girl, brighter than a star. Two of us together could make it really far. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Let me check the pundit, I could be a doula. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. Forget all this small talk, let me be a doula. Forget all this small talk, let me be a doula. Forget all this small talk, let me be a doula.
Yeah, very nicely done. I mean, obviously I didn't feature the video for people to see, but I was able to look at the video, and the hair obviously was longer and all of those types of things.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so tell us about this, or if you rather just hang in there for 10 seconds or so. I just want to remind folks that they're watching and listening to Dr. Narine Dat Show. For those of you who are listening to us on 102.7 CKMS FM, do know that we appreciate you as well too. Next week, Sunday, we will have a professional swimmer join us. A Guyanese born. He is a seven-time champion, and we really want to take the opportunity to showcase him and highlight some of the things he's up to. And because obviously, just like how we have Johnny, who's passionate about singing, this individual, Daryl, that is passionate about sports, and so we will obviously get to know him more, and an opportunity for us to support him as well too. He's also a young man wanting to reach higher heights, so to speak. So Johnny, so tell me about this one. Back to the one that I just played, the
The
song.
title, Darling, I Love You. Look how you play, you broke my heart. The people in Individual probably saying this guy is really touching every bass. I posted a long hair, and the broke my heart had short hair, and it was really how to describe Darling, I Love You. Darling, I Love You could describe in so much words, and I'll try to break it down. People, when I did this song, thought I had a girlfriend at the time. I didn't have a girlfriend. This song was just, I was like, I just wanted to try to write a love song. And coming on to doing this song, it was wedding season. And I said, all right, let's try a love song. Darling, I love you, and there is no other. So the words in the song, as you may listen, is some of the words are poet. I use poet words, right? Rose are red, my love, and violets are blue. Honey is sweet, girl, but not as sweet as. Blackbird sitting on a tree. Let us come together and make a picnic. That part caused so much a problem. Not part problem, but everyone's like, what? Picnic? My mom was like, when she listened to the first time, she was like, she jaw dropped. She's like, picnic? But that was just a joke. But this song really, I really do this song for people who, out there, there's true love. And sometimes people don't know how to describe the love. So I put it in a song so it make it easy for some people out there. A random guy could just go sing, hey babe, darling, I love you, and there is no other. Let me check the fun that I could be a dula. This song was written in, if you guys might not believe this me, but this song was written in an hour time. An hour. And because the words was easy, short words. You way how you sweet up, look, it have so much you're looking sweet for spite. If you was an apple, I would surely take a bite. It's so much poet words, if you're a poet or you do this I'm saying, you will understand the song. I try to put it in, And when I did the song, I got good feedback because this song actually played in weddings. I sing it to weddings, bride to come down, It was actually used for engagement. And I was like, I was tear skin on my eyes when I saw it because it really amazing. He had my song playing, Darling, I love. I was like, and I reached out to that person. I told them, I will perform this song for your wedding at no cost, because it was all done. The song was no drop, and the song was almost 3 weeks, and the song got that played. I was like so happy. And this song is my most viewed song on YouTube.
Nice. Amazing. Good stuff. And so when you said earlier that it took you an hour to write the song, I like how you didn't second guess yourself. I like how you didn't try to be like a perfectionist and all of that. You went with your gut instinct, whatever, what you were thinking, whatever was flowing, you put it on paper, so to speak. When I say paper, it could be you were, saving it in a phone and whatnot too. But I like how you kind of just, went with it, and it turned out to be a good piece. Awesome. Good for you. And so it looks like you're also a risk taker. I'm a risk taker, by the way, and this is not a bad thing. In life, we have to take a little bit of risk, right? Calculated risk, because if we don't take risk in life, we will always remain at one level, right? Which is not a good thing, right? We don't want to remain at one level. We want to advance ourselves, right? Like as you mentioned earlier, right? You want to advance yourself. You visualize yourself being on this CSM stage, before you hit 25. Those are all wonderful goals. And honestly, I cannot wait for those things to happen. Um, and then we have you on back again, and we are gonna look back at the old video and say, "Hey, we had you on, when you were 19. Look at you, you're 24, and you hang on to that crown now, right? Things like that, very much possible. I can tell you that for sure. You just have to stay positive, as I kind of mentioned. So, Johnny, we talk about obviously your passion for music and all of that. Just the singing in particular. How about musical instrument? Do you play any sort of musical instruments at all?
Play the drums, so
Hmm.
chords in between harmonium, but
Hmm.
I drums and tambourine, shak shak. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not really an instrument, but I know the instrument, I know the tones. When it comes
Hmm.
to sit down and doing music, I will try my best. But
Hmm.
to play for a person, we're gonna have some problems. But I know music. I could play the keyboard on my mouth. I can say bam 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 bam.
Hmm.
Ask me to play it. I know the skill, but actually, so I always give credit to all these keyboards people who remember these notes. Like I tried, I work out, I play. I remember I played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Hmm.
I was like, wow, I know it's easy. Bam bam bam. I was like, wow. I tried my song. I get the first keys. I was like, that's not for me. Everybody had the strong points. You know,
Hmm.
I'm a singer. I have musicians who are doing the job. And big up to all the musicians out there. Without you, singers, I don't know where we'll be.
For sure. Absolutely. For sure. So are you, and I don't want to sound like you are in a therapy session here or anything, but that's sorry because I'm a therapist as well too. Um, Are you happy with where you're at in terms of your professional career? I'm referring to the musical piece right now.
I am more than happy. I feel blessed to be here because this is a dream I've been dreaming since all my friends will notice since school journey. I was saying, I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And today, I'll be on my course with my friend. And when I'm going to show up, like, bro, I'm doing this.
You're
I'm doing
doing it.
go back to school days. I remember, like, hey, my mom used to knock the table. I'm singing this Chutney song and that. And now I own my own songs. You know?
Mhm.
I remember I going to YouTube. I say one day I remember I sit down in classroom and the class sit down and I singing. I know. And now I'm smashing up Chutney shows, in front of thousands of people, you know. To see that dream come to reality is a blessing. It's more
Awesome. Awesome. So what is it that you like most about this whole entertainment piece? Because when I visualize it, I think I want you to know that I can almost put myself in your shoe and kind of understand and get it because we produce a show as well too, apart from my professional job. We do all these kinds of things and it's a really good feeling, but actually singing and actually doing it, it has to be a different kind of feeling. What is it that you like most about performing?
the audience performing in front. To see, I could write a song, I could go record it, and do it. That's okay. But to perform it in front of people is the most wonderful. To see people winding low to the song and enjoying themselves and jumping is the most best thing of being an entertainer. To see people smile and dance to your song or to whatever song is the most best. That's for me. Some might be recording and writing, but mine
Mhm.
will always be performing to the audience.
Absolutely. Excellent point. It makes a lot of sense. So when we decided that we want to rebrand and discontinue our previous show, Let's Chit Chat with Narine, that um, some of my IT partners were saying to me that they recommend me do this show, like pre-record the show, and then they will edit it, and then we kind of run it. But I told him no. Because I told him, no, there's no need for all of that, right? And that's one of the reasons we are doing what we're doing right now. So I like what you're saying. It makes sense. I want to give a special hello to Davy Styles store there from I'm just reading your name here, by the way. So Davey, by the way, from Minnesota. Thank you very much for taking a sneak peek. You folks are musically inclined. which is awesome. And I can see that the children, you folks have done a really good job, by the way, to introduce music, with your two kids. I believe you folks have two kids. You have to forgive me here. But when I come to Minnesota, I'll visit you guys and I will visit that store. We'll have to visit the Davy style store. That's for sure. But thank you for taking a sneak peek. I want to give a special hello to Uncle Harry. Harry, thank you for taking a sneak peek as well too. We appreciate all of you. And again, for those of you who are watching, or for those of you who are listening rather on 102.7 CKMS FM, we are not able to see you, but we do appreciate you for sure. So, Jonny, so when you are not, singing and practicing and all of that and doing anything to do with music, what else do you do? For example, do you have any other, passion or something that you're good at that you would like to share? For example, are you good at making doubles? I love doubles, so I drive specifically to get these doubles and they're done by Trinidadians.
So
Yeah.
doubles. That's a good
No.
question. So I eat the doubles, but I do beside music. I have a niece and nephew now. I spend time with them. If not home with my niece and nephew, I'll be going out with my friends or girlfriend, I'm with the family, chilling, maintaining time. I stopped my job last year and I'm going back to work, probably come back this year. Not this year, sorry, this month. So I'll be back. I'll be had to start over my schedule where working and singing, put that schedule back in order. So, but sometimes now I start back. Now I want to, in my free time, I want to do more activities. I want to go out. I want to buy back a football and go back and kick some ball. As I say, I always love football. Some ball, have some, stay at home. It's not really me. Listen to music all the time. It's me, but sometimes I can't listen to music all the time because I'm a singer.
Yeah.
So, like, home and I going out and hear music is, sometimes what piece. I like to watch TV, YouTube, and really quality time. That's me.
Thank you. And how about and so when you mention about adjusting your schedule or adjusting things so that you can get back to work and whatnot, did you mean to say that you kind of took a step back, took a break from work where you were able to focus specifically on the music piece? Because that can be a challenge sometimes, right? Where you want to do this particular thing. In your case, it is music, but then you have the job thing in the way. Was that the case with you?
No, that wasn't the case.
Okay.
I used to work around the schedule. I was, but as I say, I said it always a solution to a problem, I used to work and on days I used to work, I have a party to go to. My boss used to give me time off, Sometimes I used to feel like, doing too much of time off, taking too much of time off, But all of this is part of life. I will always never make excuse. That's one thing I wouldn't say, I can't do this, I can't do that due to this. No, I'll never put my music as a problem. I'll always find ways, If I have to come late, I'll come late, I will do that. I will never put anything as a problem.
I like how when I reach out to you, now first of all, I want you to know this. The fact that we reach out to you, I want you to see it as a good thing because this show, the Dr. Narine Dat Show, is very different than what we've done in the past with the Let's Chit Chat with Narine Dat. So we don't bring any and everybody on this show, right? So we select folks and bring them on this show. And so the fact that we bring you on here, I want you to see it as a good thing. I like how when I reach out to you, you were very, you took it seriously. I was, we were bouncing, possible dates and so forth. And you said to me, you conform and say, look, the 2nd of March will work because I throw out a few different dates to you as well too. And so that goes back to you in terms of how you operate as an individual. And those are all things we kind of look at as well too, because it really determines who you are as a person, which is awesome. These are important things, And so I'm glad that you've kind of were able to kind of look at the schedule as well too and concrete it, and then you really make it happen. And I really, really appreciate that. That is awesome for sure. I know you're young. You're only 19 years old. but there are other young people watching too, and if they're not watching right now, they will be watching at some point because we do lots of repeats, and on radio we do repeats and things of that sort. What advice do you have for younger folks and young at heart as well too, when it comes to the musical piece, right? Because you're doing music, but in addition to the music as well too, because not everybody passion might be music, right? It may be something else. What advice do you have for folks, the younger folks watching, in terms of following their dreams?
Um, to the young ones who's listening, always believe in yourself. Never let negative comments break you down because there was some point in time in my career I wanted to stop singing because of the comments, but my friends, my family told me don't take on that because that's part of life. There are challenges and there will always be negative people around you and you can't stop that. You just have to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, anything can happen. You could be a prime minister, you could be a doctor, you could be a DJ, you could be a singer, You do you. The sky isn't the limit. There's more to the sky. And just do you. Just do you. Just like Nike, just do it.
Let's
Just do
do
it.
it.
Yeah. I say believe in yourself, chase your dream. As I sing in my song, you're still young, Don't let no one hold you down. Don't let your girlfriend hold you down. Don't let your family hold you down. Do you. If you want to be a drummer, you be a drummer. You want to be a keyboardist, you be a keyboardist, You want to work in a phone store, sell casing, you do what you want to do. That's your choice in life. And don't let the school you go to hold you down. I went to a bad school. I wouldn't say a bad school. It was a 5 year. Some schools are 7 year in Trinidad. But I something out of it. And that's the main part of it. You got to make something out of yourself.
So you don't have to get into specific details, but what do you mean by bad school? You meaning that it was a lot of fun, but I don't know what you mean by like, was it like a lot of drugs going on there or shooting? I don't know. Explain that to us or break it down to us.
So in Trinidad, to the people who from Canada and who are abroad listening, we have East, we have West, we have North, we have South school. So some are 5 years. So the people to say the 5 year school is for all these kids who don't want to learn and stuff, but I never. And when I went into my school, yes, it had kids who was really doing wrong. But as you said earlier, you have to be a leader, and I lead myself to the right path. Singing, playing football, doing what I love. So I remember when I sing my first song for school, Carnival, my school, the ministry reached out to the school and I'm like, wow, they were shocked. The school actually have talents coming out of it because they had. It's been a while since I sing Chutney in my school, and it was really shocking to the ministry to see young people doing it. And when I leave, kids keep doing it. So it's hard to describe a good and a bad school, but every school is good, every school is bad. It's what you make yourself out of it, to see.
Yeah, so thanks for sharing that. And so I want to add something to this because I'm hoping that you leave here having no regrets based on the school you attended, right? Because I'm extremely strong academically. Now, that's not the point of the show here, but it is irrelevant. I can tell you that for sure. It is irrelevant as to what school you attended and whatnot. It is what you make out of those journey, right? It's what you make out of that 5 year thing that you're talking about, or the 7 year and things of that sort. But also, in addition to that, I want to mention as well too, while we are at it, we are never too young or too old to really kind of continue learning and so forth and build from there as well too. But don't let this, which school you go to determine who you are. And that's a big problem in Guyana, by the way. I'm saying this for a reason. I've seen people get stressed out if their kids, end up going to different school and let's say Queen's College or different places and so forth. And that is a real problem, actually. School systems have set up in such of a way where we are not really getting into that mess. But thanks for sharing that. You are a wonderful person just the way you are in terms of your experience that you've had. Don't let any of that, break you in any shape or form. Right? I'm hoping that you're leaving with that message here today. I'm glad that you have lots of support. It looks like your parents, they support you well, which is awesome, which is needed. Negativity, I'm glad that you bring that piece up. I'll tell you this, not everybody has a good way to give feedback and things of that sort, and that can come across different way. right? Because sometimes people may want to say something, but they might not come across, you know, in a nice way, like so to speak. But also the reality is, I want you to know this study shows this. The reality is that some people are just miserable. That's well too, right? People are just miserable, and they, some people are at a very low point in life, and ideally, in order for those folks to feel a little bit better about themselves, because their self-esteem and so forth is really, really low, they really have to put other people down as well too. So don't necessarily let those things get you. And I'm not saying that is easy in any shape or form. It can be hard, right? It can be hard. But the good news is that you have support in your circle and so forth. And I'm glad that you were able to push through and not allowing all of those noises and negative pieces to get in the way. So that's a good thing. That's awesome. Good for you. Good stuff. Is there any particular person apart from your parents and whatnot? You mentioned earlier that they're very supportive in terms of your profession as a singer. They support you no matter what and whatnot. Is there any while you are at it? Is there any specific people that you would like to kind of acknowledge while you are here,
I,
that you have not had a chance to mention as of yet? This is a good opportunity to do that.
I want to bring up firstly Anthony Batson, one of
Mhm.
the mentioned. He since school he been my guru. He teaching me everything. So big up to him. Big up my good friend Vishal Amrose, keep motivating me. My two friends Nalo, Narish, Ronnie, guys been there to support me since day one. My dear friends, the family who pushing me, everyone. I just want the people to give the credit because even a little keep going. I'm proud of you is a motivation in your life. Bring up to my whole friends, the old group I used to be in the culture club in school. They still support me. Clubs that here in Trinidad and Tobago. There's so much, but the main thing, my family, my friends. Thank you for all the support you've given me for the last 3 years. I've been professionally in this industry, and to everyone out there, my fans, my supporters, thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, who would have been Jonny Ramnarine? You guys make something out of my song, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. Even to you, Dr. Narai, thank you for having me to let people abroad and outside know more about Jonny Ramnarine and his music.
It's our pleasure. So, I mean, we reach out to you because we see potential in you, right? So don't worry about us. As much as we appreciate it, we are more concerned to make sure that you have the continuous support that you will need to grow as an artist and so forth. I would think that it is fair to say, though, Johnny, that it is not an easy thing, because we have more singers now than we have had back in the days, for example, right? Now we have more, more access to resources. Things are a little bit more easier now. Technology, all of these types of things. Um, do you find like I guess what I'm trying to ask you here, do you find that you find it hard to navigate yourself through in terms of continue to brand Jonny Ramnarine? Because you're at the end of the day, you're competing with other folks too, right?
Yep.
Even though you're not necessarily entering a competition per se, but you got my point. You're competing because there are people, young people too, are doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yes, there's other young artists out there in the making. I wouldn't say everybody has what they love and their passion. Some will have the strong point in singing, some will have it in different points. As you said, yes, it might be a competition, but we don't want to look at it as a competition. We in the industry should be a family and a friend. The older ones help us, we help the older ones. And we should be, at, as we motto in Trinidad say, together we aspire, together we achieve. So everyone in the industry, even in soca, we should work together. Don't see it as a competition. Yes, they have a time for competition. CSM is the time where the singers come against each other. But after that, just be friends, collab, work together, help out each other. Be a helping hand.
Yeah. And so we are almost to wrap it up. So just hang there. You've done well, by the way. Because I know the time difference is 1 hour and whatnot. So it's 1 hour later there. It's probably like 15 minutes till 9 over there, I believe, right? It's probably bedtime for Trinidad.
That's right. Right now in Trinidad, people are sleeping right now because in less than 3 hours, 2 hours, everyone's gonna wake up because Carnival, Juve morning.
Oh wow.
So that is
Amazing.
That is happening. I as well am going to go on the road. So after this interview, I'm going to bed, rest up, wake up in the morning, and wine for me, love. Get wine up all around, enjoy myself. So that's okay.
Amazing.
Again, I'm pleasure to be here. Time isn't nothing. We
Okay.
Trini love to wake, we love to party. Time
There's
is
no, yeah, there's no question of that. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, It is a good thing, right? Because you really cannot live your life and not having any sort of leisure time and things of that sort. So how long does this carnival thing goes on for? For a long time?
well through the year. You have little pets.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
January, depending where the carnival fall. This year carnival fall in March, so it had
Mm-hmm.
January, February, March of fest parties. And coming on to this week, so Friday, just gone Friday was fantastic Friday. So that's
Mm-hmm.
where kids have school carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday for junior costumes on the road crossing the stage. Tuesdays on Carnival Tuesday that is coming is for more the adults. And Mondays for adults as well to go out and enjoy yourself with paint, powder, follow a music truck, dance, soca, chutney, enjoy
Mm-hmm.
it. And I will invite you, Dr. Naim, one day, sometime, come down to Trinidad Carnival. Bring your family. You'll like yourself.
Yeah, so maybe when I visit Guyana, I will stop by, in Trinidad there for a few days or something along that line. How about that? Right? Yeah, because yes, I need that actually. I need some vacation, I can tell you that for sure. So I have to figure out some possibility. What happened? I have a little one. I have a 11-month-old. And so we take certain things seriously and health pieces. So she cannot get certain vaccination until she's 1 year old, things of that sort. So we are just hanging in there um until we make specific moves in terms of extra traveling and things of that sort. Yeah. So one thing I didn't ask you, Johnny, I know you've done well with the chutney pieces, and chutney music is a West Indian thing and people love the chutney music. You love it. You love the high tempo and all of that. How about different genres of music? I didn't ask you that. Like you know.
Well, when I go to perform, I mix my soca, sing some reggae. Coming into the recording part this year, I want to try to switch it up. But I'm not doing it myself. I'm going to say, like, I'm a chutney artist. I'm going to reach out to
Mhm.
some artists and come and collab, or some reggae artists and collab. Bring a little chutney and a reggae together, or a little chutney and a soca together, or chutney with calypso together to mix it, make a little masala, a little cook up. So, but when it comes to performance type, I sing chutney, but I mix my music with some soca and some reggae.
Yeah. Oh, so you do the reggae pieces also?
Yeah. If you go on my platform and watch some of my performance, you'll hear some Bob Marley, some mix up, because as I say, this country we live in is a universal. Not everyone might like chutney. Some might like soca. So you have to give the people what you love. Even though you're a singer, you still have to push yourself to the limit.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, so let me say, so we are gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but let me acknowledge a few people. I want to give a special hello to Shirley. Thank you so much for taking a sneak peek and supporting this young man here. That is a beautiful thing. Bobby, thank you so much. Um, Mahendra, thank you so much, sir. Hope you and your family are doing well. And John from Queens, that's right. Fiona Singh, she was part of the Sugar Cake Girls band. In fact, Fiona was on our show as well too, way back in, this is a long time by the way, 2006. So she was also part of the show, and it was a solo show. They've really did an amazing job there, kind of thing. Yeah. So thanks for that reminder there, so that people know who the Sugar Cake Girls are. So that band is no longer, or that branding is kind of fade away. I think they've gone solo now, kind of thing. Yeah. So Johnny, the I want you to know that I appreciate you joining here. I want you to know that you're now officially part of the Dr. Narine Dat Show family. Speaking of that. And we have, lots of connection, and we only engage ourselves with people who will allow us to grow, right? And so we are in a good position to to take you to the next level if you so choose. So let's say you get stuck in life and not knowing, what direction to take or whatever the case may be, don't be afraid to reach out and we can, and we can start a chat and we can kind of help you close some of those gaps. We'll be honored to kind of help you along if you see the need for it and if you so choose to reach out to us. But we are giving you an open invitation. I cannot wait to see you blossom and grow in terms of your music and so forth because you have that kind of drive. There's no question about that. Like you could have come here and kind of give me the yes or no answer and all of that, right? And that would have been okay too. But the fact that you were able to tell us exactly where you see yourself. You tell us, exactly, how you view things and see things and all of that. It really confirms to us, not that we had any doubt, by the way, it really confirms to us that we have made the right decision to bring you on the show here. I have to tell you that you gave us more than what we bargained for. I have a lot of respect for you in terms of staying committed, despite the fact that you had busy time. There's no deny about that, and we all do. And the fact that when you're done here, as you mentioned, you will try to take a quick rest so that you can continue on early in the morning and so forth. Really, make us appreciate you even more. I want you to know that, like, it's a beautiful thing, right? And I can feel it. I really do, and I really think I now want to give you the opportunity to take your time because we are going to wrap it up now. Take your time and any last minute thing that you would like to say, right? Anything else you want us to know about Jonny Ramnarine, about your brand, because you've done really, really well for you. This is the opportunity to kind of do it. This is your time to shine here now. This is your moment.
So to everyone, I want to say thank you for having me. To everyone, Trinidad, Guyana, Canada, wherever you may watching this or listening, Jonny Ramnarine is just a Nigerian kid, soon to be 20, just doing something I love, music. Search it up on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Just as I always say, remember the name Jonny Ramnarine. Remember the name because one day I'll come to you and perform. You never know, And this is what I love. You will not be here. I'm not going to stop. I'm keep going till God is ready for me. Music forever. Look out for more music will be coming very soon. And look out for different songs coming out. So thanks to everyone. Really, really blessing. Much love. Mwah. Jonny Ramnarine. Soon I'll be coming across, So look out for that. Hope I can meet you as well in person. And to your whole team, your family, thank you for accepting me tonight, for sitting down and getting to know me more. Guys, words can't explain this right now, but my career is going good. And just keep supporting the young ones. Not only I, support the others in your country. Because remember, we young ones are the future of tomorrow. So, by the time the old ones is ready to give up the hat, we will put it on now and live on that legacy, So support. No matter your age, no matter your religious, no matter your skin color, you want to do you do what you love. Because you got a dream, chase it. And to the adults and everyone, support. Because a young one like me need your support. So thank you. My name is Jonny Ramnarine. All the way from Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean. Pleasure being here. I can't stop saying thank you. I guess I gotta write a song about thank you now. But thank you for having time and to the listeners. Thanks everyone to play my song. Look out, Jonny Ramnarine. More music to come. Listen to the new ones. And thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you. You've done so well. So you see, it goes to show that it has nothing to do with school you attended. That for sure, because you have a good head on your shoulder. That I can tell you for sure. You speak so you're very well spoken and you really wrap it up so nicely. So my dear fellow listeners and viewers, as we are officially at approaching the end of tonight's program, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to the Dr. Narine Dat Show. On behalf of myself and our very special, vibrant guest tonight, Jonny Ramnarine, both of us would like to join together and wish you a great today and even a better tomorrow. We'll see you next week, Sunday. You do not want to miss it. Next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you soon.